Hey, it's Doug from Rise Above Performance Training. I know it's been a while, but today we're here to finish up our Fix Your Rounded Back series with some strength exercises. Let's check it out. First off, we're going to start with scapular retractions. Not only are they a good way to mobilize the shoulder blades and work on that posture, but it's also a good way to strengthen the shoulder blades as well. So the first way was to be on all fours or in a quadruped position because it doesn't put a lot of stress on the body. We're going to be shoulders over the wrists, rolling the elbows in slightly, and what I'm going to do is pull my shoulder blades together and then widening them out. Pulling them together might be a little more challenging as one might move a little more freely than the other, but that's what you want to focus on to get them to move together and to move freely, so that way you can strengthen them up through that range of motion and work on those posture muscles. To take it to the next level, we'll just keep it elevated in a push-up position. So I'm going to get my push-up position. I have my elevated bar here. I'm going to push my bar against the frame, elbows in, shoulders down, so I think about back pockets, and I'm just going to retract and widen. What I'm not doing is a push-up. My elbows stay pretty locked. I'm going to pull it together, widen out, pull, and retract. The bar does help facilitate a little bit of that pull because I can actually pull against that bar and help move the scapula. Once you get to that level, you can do it on the floor in a push-up position. So instead of all fours, I'll go to a push-up position, roll my elbows in, and now I'm pulling my shoulder blades together and widen them out. So it's creating mobility and also strength in that scapular region to help our posture and help our shoulder integrity. Another great series of exercises to do that not only helps posture but helps strengthen the scapula are prone retractions or prone supermans or superwomans, and I'll show you what they look like. So the simple way, the first kind of introductory way would be do them on the floor where we're face down. I like having my thumbs up because that gets the shoulders in line. And what we're going to do before we lift is we're just going to tighten our glutes, extend through the fingers, and then I'm thinking about pulling my shoulder blades or scapula together. And I'm going to relax in between. I'm going to pre-tighten, pull my shoulders together, which in turn also lifts my leg a little bit. Very important that you tighten the glutes so you do not stress the low back out. And then you can relax. You can add a little bit of dumbbell weight. I'm going to show that with the ball, but you can do that on the floor as well. The ball will be the next step, so it adds a little bit of instability. Unlike the floor, we're not going to lift our feet. Our feet are going to be used for support. So I'll be on the ball. I like it right around my belt line here, so I have room to move. You don't want to be too far here, or else you're not going to get that extension in that upper back. So right around the belt line, I'm going to have my base a little bit wide. Again, arms out. I'm going to tighten up and extend pretty much my arms. On this one, I don't lift my back too much. I want to get that retraction. In fact, I want to not move this too much to kind of fake that retraction. Relax in between, pre-tighten, reaching through the fingers, and down. And like I mentioned, you can add some dumbbells once you get good. I do not recommend a lot of weight. These are 5 pounds. Again, I will take my position. I'm going to bring the ball a little lower. Have my base. Tighten up. Palms facing each other. And then I relax. So I'm really tightening my glutes to not extend in my low back. And then getting that scapular retraction, opening up my chest, and working on those posture muscles. So one thing we don't normally think about with posture is rotation. So we're going to do a rotational movement on the ball. And again, you can use weight, but let's try it without first. So I'm going to be on my back. Now, I'm going to have my hips off the ball, but I want my hips as high as I can. My arms are straight up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate side to side without moving my hips too much. So I want to try to isolate just my upper thoracic area. So I'm going to have my hands together because I want to create a little bit of tension, but also I want to follow with my eyes. Back and reset. Now rolling to the shoulder, keeping my hips up, back. So I have a slight hip shift, but what I'm not doing is turning my hips to do the movement. I'm trying to isolate up here. Now, if you do get good with that, again, you can add a little bit of weight. I wouldn't go too heavy again, because we're working just strength of the smaller stabilizing muscles. You don't need a lot of strength. And I'm going to hold that weight, rotate, back, and rotate. It's very normal to have one side that rotates much better than the other. Just concentrate on that side. So maybe you're better turning to your right than turning to your left. We all have a favorite way. So just kind of be conscious of that, and that way you can kind of balance it out the best you can. One of the best ways to strengthen the scapular muscles and work on the posture are with bands. You've seen this done a bunch before. This is a pull apart. We do these a lot here at the gym. We're going to take a small band. I'm going to grip palm down, wrist straight, shoulders down in the back pockets. And I'm going to grip and squeeze my shoulder blades together. So I'm not pulling with my arms. I'm trying to bring my shoulder blades together in the back. And I'm controlling back to the starting position or the eccentric. Because these aren't heavily resisted, it's easy to get momentum and do it fast. But we got to be conscious about the movement and really worry about how we control it back and how our shoulders are sitting. If we do it fast, there's going to be a tendency for the shoulders to rise up, where we want to keep them down. So again, shoulders down, squeeze, and we want that eccentric control coming back. These are great as a warm-up for your workout, but they're also great in between sets, especially lower body sets. So let's say you're doing a squat and you have to rest anyway. You can grab a band, do some pull-aparts, and it won't tax you for your next squat set. Other ones we do are reverse flies or retractions. Now they're a little bit different. A row is going to be drawn straight back, or this one we're going to be pulling in this W shape, where my hands are a little bit wider than my elbow, the elbow is slightly bent, and I'm drawing the shoulder blades together. I say open two large doors and pull them together. You're going to get a band. You're going to set up in that W, shoulders down. I'm going to tighten my glutes, open those two large doors, and then control back. Again, I'm being conscious of the controlling back part and also making sure my shoulders don't rise up. I want them in my back pockets. And then lastly, I'm not using my body to lift. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, isolating those muscles, and working that posture. One more that I like, I call them Y flexions and extensions. It's basically we're going to set up a band low and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades, but a little bit differently. They're coming together, but they're also kind of coming downward to create this Y effect at the top where both arms are a little bit outside my body, where I have that Y shape. This one looks easy, but it's a little bit challenging. Shoulders down, grip. My grip is a palm down. I'm going to tighten my glutes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pulling my shoulder blades down and then controlling back. Again, I'm not using my body or momentum to do the movement. Pulling my shoulder blades down, pulling, and then control back. Reset, shoulders down and back, making sure my shoulders are not rising up. So that's another great one for scapular control and also postural muscles. I really want to thank you for watching this third installment. If you haven't seen the other ones, check out the card above for the second video, and the first one will be not too far down the road. You can find it. One is going to be on foam rolling extension, and the other one's going to be on mobility of the shoulders to help fix your rounded back. Again, thank you for the support. If you like the video, please like it down below. Also consider subscribing. We're going to ramp up the content a little bit more here in the new year, now that we got things taken care of and we're ready to go. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.